go live on YouTube as well?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we are live on YouTube as well. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this session. We have a fantastic mentor here with us today for a company that you all are preparing for. So, this is going to be a very specific session on Genpact for all those of you who are preparing for the company and the roles. Please stay tuned and prepare notes, right? It's going to be a enlightening, insightful session. Otherwise, we'll be wasting your time in viewing it again. Although the recording will be available, but I would recommend you all to make notes, right? So we have with us Mr. Sriram. He's working at Genpact for more than 2 years now. Thank you, Sriram, for your time, for taking out the time out of a busy schedule to guide these people. Welcome on board. And we'll start. Sriram, over to you. You can start by just giving a short introduction about yourself, a brief about the company, and the interview process and the preparation.
Sure. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So my name is, as you know, Umang told that my name is Sriram Maheshwari. I'm working with Genpact, and I cleared my C exam in November 20 also. And since then I'm working with Genpact. So it was my first job, and I'm working with FP&A domain. So before that, I have also experience in R2R domain. So you guys can ask me anything about these two domains. And apart from that, I have also knowledge of investment accounting. Some of my few friends of mine are working in that domain also. So yeah, so you guys will get the overall good experience throughout the session. And if anybody has not switch on their cameras, they can also switch on. And if anybody wish to ask anything, they can also raise their hand and speak up, or ask the question straight away. Yeah, we can start. Yeah, formally.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
Sriram, you can start.
Yeah. So you guys will have the interview on Monday, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in Genpact's interview, overall the two rounds are over there. So first would be HR, and that was not happened with you guys, right? No. Is HR spoke to you over a call, or on just straight away you got the call? You
It
got the
was
email.
there yesterday.
Okay.
We had it around.
Okay. And you guys have not told about the specific domain. You need to sit in an interview with overall 3 domains knowledge. Yeah. That would be that's the scenario, right?
No,
No,
HR
sir,
told us.
Okay. You have been asked about specific domain also. Yeah.
They intimated to us that
Yes,
there's
sir.
vacancy only in R2R roles. Only
Okay.
vacancy in R2R role. Better if you are interested in R2R role and whether are you working with night shifts and all, they asked in that meeting and all.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So you can now have a prepared for only one domain. Before
Yes, sir.
that, in the last campus, the all guys had prepared for all the domains, and there was no specific instruction for the domain. So okay, let's start with the R2R. And have you guys started the preparation for the interview? So anybody who has started the interview, or has gone through the JD, or googled about the R2R, about the Genpact? No.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Sakshi. I mean, okay. Okay. Devyani. Okay. So, as a basic etiquettes, as a basic etiquettes, the basic interview process, the first question will be, okay, let's start with the interview process only. Yeah. I will give the basic introduction about the R2R also. Okay. Let's start about the straight away. So, as a basic question, interview will ask you about yourself. That is the basic question. Yeah. Apart from that, he will ask about the definition of your R2R or FP&A, whatever we wish. Yeah. So what do we do in a R2R? So R2R means, we will accumulate, or we will report from the records of the company's books of accounts. There are in a major company, in every major company, whether it is manufacturing or servicing, there are many domains or many departments like AP, AR. There are order to cash also. There are order to cash also. Yeah, sales, purchase. These are the domains. Every company has. So what does R2R department does is they accumulate and they coordinate with all these departments, and at the month end we usually prepare the books of accounts. In a simple language, books of accounts would consist of balance sheet, P&L, and cash, and and several MIS reports also. So yeah, that's what the R2R does. So apart from accumulating the things from different domains or different department or coordinating with them, we also require to maintain certain things with our end, like accruals we can do. We will be wholly responsible the accruals. And apart from that, the leasing things also, fixed asset registering, and disposal of thereof if anything was happened in the month, during the month or during the period. If there was any fixed asset, I mean changed, sale, purchase, or anything, we will register that and give the effect of the depreciation to the SAP or Oracle, whatever the case may be. And apart from that, we will also, after the reporting, I mean after these balance sheet and P&L and all journal ledgers are reported to our senior managers or the or an onshore counterpart of the client. As we know that Genpact works for a client. Genpact is not a company for which you will maintain a books of accounts, right? You will be maintaining, or you will be charged of the books of accounts for the third party, right? There may be case of you will be handling the listed on New York Stock Exchange or any large or MNC company. You will be responsible for the maintaining of that company books of accounts of that company. Yeah. So after the financial statements preparation, around 2 or 3 or 5 of the next month, like at the monthly also we will do, at the quarterly also we will do, at the end of the year and also we will do the reporting of financial statements. After this, we will also require to maintain a reconciliation of the things. Like we will also maintain the end-to-end balance sheet reconciliation, end-to-end each and every item of the P&L and balance sheet. These are the things which we mainly do in a R2R domain. So let's talk about the working hours also. So in terms of the working hours, usually in a R2R domain, a guy would be busy from 20th of the month to next month's 10. I mean 20 तारीख से लेके अगले महीने की 10 तारीख तक he will be little busy. I mean more than busy. Yeah. And around the other period he will be less busy, or he will be doing the regular work. I mean not so stretched working hours and something. Yeah. And the shift timing will be depend upon the client to client. As we know, there will be, the HR would have asked you to guys, are you okay with shift timings, night shift timing? So what you have told him or her during the HR's call? Any guy can speak or?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I told them that I want a morning shift, but she said that they have vacancy in only night shift currently. So are there any chances that they would allot me some other shift or something like that?
So what happens that, in every company, the hiring process involve too much cost. है ना?
Yes.
और क्या होता है कि, initially a job seeker, applies for every company. I mean, irrespective of the domain, irrespective of his choice. Yeah. लेकिन मतलब सिलेक्शन हो जाता है बहुत सारी बार, और फिर वो मना कर देता है कि नहीं जी मुझे नाइट शिफ्ट में नहीं करना है, नहीं जी मुझे जेनपैक्ट में नहीं करना है, नहीं जी मुझे इस लोकेशन में नहीं करना, द व्हाटएवर द रीजन माइट बी. तो दैट्स व्हाई दे मतलब they make themselves sure that the candidate will remain with us only. So that's why they put the condition of night shift.
Okay.
Yeah, let's know, for making themselves sure that candidate is fully satisfied with the terms and condition, that night shift may be there or might not be there.
Okay.
There is no full 100% chance that you will get only night shift.
So can I ask them about it after the interview as well?
No, that would be little, I mean,
Hmm.
वो अच्छा नहीं होगा, लेकिन you can
Okay.
ask them after your joining. I mean, in
Okay.
there might be a two cases, like after joining. One second.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be a two cases, like the client will be new. I mean, the project or client would be new to Genpact, or you will be assigned a team which is already on processing. I mean, processing the things. I mean, you will be on board to a new bot, or you will be on board to a ongoing project. So in your pre-KT, I mean, KT means knowledge transfer. I mean, there would be a several trainings in Genpact. Initial days of your training, or initial days of your joining. 1 to 2 months will be, you will be very free, and you will be very relaxed, and you will be doing some certain type of trainings. Yeah.
Okay.
So in that process, they will see your communication, how do you perform, how do you are getting the things. There would be multiple tests also, so they will judge you on that basis, and they will allot you a new client, or I mean, they will reshuffle your job.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe if you are lucky, you will get the, I mean, basic, I mean, the normal Indian timings, normal business hours, or you will also get the, you might also get the Australian timings, or you can also get the UK timing from दिन की 12-1 से रात की 8-9 बजे तक UK timing, or US shift also, I mean, over the night. So
Okay.
that's the case.
Okay.
So please make sure that you are okay with the night shift. If you really wish to get the job,
Okay.
be sure that you say that yes, I'm okay with the night shift, and I'm really okay with the any location you allot me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, I also have one doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my shift is day shift only. It's 1 to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
But HR told me that sometimes you have to, like, near the month end, you have to go for the night shift also. So it will be like regular or something. What she mean by that?
Every period end close, as I told you earlier, that during the 20th of the month to next month's 10, I mean, मोटा मोटा है ना, हो सकता है थोड़ा सा और जल्दी फ्री कर देंगे, मतलब मंथ एंड क्लोजिंग, मतलब ऑलवेज क्लोजेस बिफोर दीज डेज, दीज आर द स्टैंडर्ड डेट्स, तो हो सकता है 2 या 3 घंटे, मेजरली, इससे ज्यादा स्ट्रेच, यू वोंट बी स्ट्रेचिंग योर बिजनेस, आई मीन वर्किंग आवर्स.
Okay, okay, sir.
And that is also normal.
Thank you.
We did the article ship, we also
Yeah,
stayed
yeah,
over
that,
there in the September. Yeah. So there is no issue. And in your case, Divyani, the UK shift is the best shift you will ever get. I mean,
Yeah,
thank
sir, I have a doubt. HR told me that in month end you have to work for US shift. I asked her the timing. She said 5 to 6. But then I'm confused. It's evening 5 to next day morning shift, morning 6 or 6 to 5 minutes.
no. 13 hours shift would be very strange, no? It's almost 13 hours, right?
Yeah, so it may be from morning 5 to 6. I don't know. She
No,
told me
US
5 to
shift,
6.
no, they won't work on the very, very beginning of the day. I mean, the US client. I don't know. You need to ask, but business hour, the working hours would be only 7 to 8 hours,
Okay.
maximum 9 hours on our regular days, but nothing much, and even the foreign client doesn't work beyond their working hours. ये हमारे यहाँ होता है कि सैटरडे को भी काम करते हैं हम लोग, संडे को भी कभी कभी करते हैं, लेकिन वो हमेशा 5 दिन ही काम करते हैं. That's
Sir,
the
it's
benefit of.
working in Genpact.
Sorry.
It's 5-day working model in Genpact.
Yes. every month you will be only working for 5 days. I mean, every week or every month or every year you will be working for 5 days only.
Okay, okay.
Anything else we can take?
Any other doubt, guys? You can ask in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask.
Okay, no worries. Okay, if we talk about the interview, I mean, the interview would be, I think that as per the time allotted to you guys, only 20 minutes or 25 minutes, right? His roster is not available right now, right? Okay,
Yes,
so
not available.
okay. It's usually the maximum 25 minutes or normally the 25 minutes, and in my case only 15 minutes interview was there, 2 years back. And some of the students also told me that their interview was about 30 minutes and 40 minutes also. Sometimes the VP level, or I mean the vice president level person sits in an interview panel, or some very senior person, so they get the basic introduction, the basic things, and they get on personal things sometimes, that where do you belong and these are the things. But motamoti your technical round, the technical question will be asked during the 15 or 20 minutes only, and apart from that they can stage the interview. And yeah, so you need to prepare yourself and be ready. So if you allotted, suppose you have allotted for 1 p.m. Yeah, so during the 1 p.m. you have been allotted in that roster, so you need to be prepared before 1 hour also. Sometimes what happens that some of the candidates skip the interview, है ना? तो क्या होता है कि जो अगर पिछले वाले बंदों ने अगर स्किप कर लिया है तो हमारा जल्दी आएगा नंबर, तो 1 घंटे पहले से हमें प्रिपेयर होकर बैठ जाना है, हमारा जो भी टाइमिंग है, और या और लंच वंच करके बैठना है, क्योंकि बहुत सारी बार इट हैपेंस समटाइम्स दैट इंटरव्यू गोज वेरी लॉन्ग. आई मीन if you has been allotted for 1 p.m. it might be 3 p.m. onwards also. So have lunch or water bottle and everything, even if you are sitting at your home. So we can start the interview process also. Okay, these are okay. Let me talk about the basic questions they can ask. So first and foremost, the basic question in any interview would be, tell me about yourself. Yeah, have you guys ever sit in the interviews before this? One interview or two interview apart from articleship wala interview, I mean after being a chartered accountant? Anybody has? Yes, Vinita. Okay, and no one else apart from Soumya, Divyani? Okay, so sitting in the multiple interview gives us a very good confidence, right? Even if they were you know even if we were rejected in that interview or that process, still it gives us very good confidence. We know our knowledge and skills. So first question will be, tell me about yourself, and that question's answer differs from person to person. If I give the introduction of myself, what would I do? So I will start from my education, and I will start from my basic name and the city I belong, and then I will start then I will say that I did my articleship from so and so company, and majorly I did the accounting and auditing work in that firm. And please guys, avoid the taxation wala part from your articleship, right? That is not going to work over here. Please refrain from mentioning that you had a taxation, GST, VAT, and the income tax wala work, right? Instead of that, we can emphasize on only audit, and if there is a accounting work we had, that would be great. I mean, nothing else we need to require. We need to tell about the working, what we had working, what we had worked. And after that, what would I do? I will say that in my case, I'm experienced. So I will say that I'm working in so and so domain, and I have majorly covered these things. I'm mainly responsible so and so activities, and I led the team of 7 to 10 people or 5 to 6, whatever the case. And that's about me. And thank you so much. This is the very basic type of introduction one can do or one can give. Yeah, if for CA fresher or the or for you guys, I mean, what would you the ideal introduction? I mean, anybody can tell if they can speak. If you have given any interview, I mean, Soumya, I don't know, Divyani, anybody else? Don't worry, guys. We are not judging you. Say anything, no? Okay, nice.
I'll participate.
Yeah, sure, Rahul. Thanks.
First of all, I would like to thank you for giving an opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Rahul Verma. I am from Visakhapatnam. I have done my majority of schooling from my home city itself, with scoring around 87% in my 10th and 94% in my intermediate and 63% in my BCom exams, and later 57% from my CA exams. Later, I have relocated to Hyderabad to pursue my articles. I worked in an articleship firm named PR Datla & Co. It is a renowned firm in Hyderabad with having around 5 partners. And majority of the works assigned to me during my articleship were belonging to accounting and auditing part. Some of the major clients which I handled during my articleship were GVK EMRI. It's a non-profit organization, and ABBC Print Providers. It is a trading concern, and other small individual clients and all. Thank you from my side.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, sure, Soumya.
Sir, I have a question to ask. May I ask the question?
Yeah, please.
So yesterday the HR round was conducted by Genpact. Is it for everyone that was shortlisted for campus or for non? Because and that round I applied for the HR round, but later on received a mail from the HR that I am not selected for the same. So will I be applicable for the interview round on 3rd October or not?
How would I answer that question, yaar?
तो सर कल जो एचआर राउंड हुआ था वो सभी के लिए नहीं था क्या? वो मतलब सेकंड सभी के लिए दैट जो शॉर्टलिस्टिंग वाला था उनके लिए था कि नहीं था? दैट्स नॉट श्योर.
No, I don't have the.
शायद उनका आगे नहीं होगा.
Yeah.
सभी के लिए शॉर्टलिस्ट हुए हैं.
हाँ तो सर वही चीज है शॉर्टलिस्ट तो उसमें फिर सेकंड राउंड के लिए प्रिपरेशन करना है कि नहीं करना है तो कैसे श्योर होंगे उसके लिए?
But they have sent you the mail, no, that you are not shortlisted. And
हाँ तो वही मतलब वो जो एचआर राउंड का कल था वो सभी के लिए था, मतलब इट वाज ओपन फॉर एवरीवन और सिर्फ उनके लिए जो शॉर्टलिस्टिंग हुए कैंपस में उनके लिए था.
Sometimes what they do, they curtail certain candidates from the big list. No.
Okay.
That's what they do. In the last campus, so they had a 2 level of interviews. I mean, the HR round was also there, and there was the case that many people were shortlisted and many were rejected.
Okay.
Many students had rejected from that HR round.
Okay. No, so I'm not sure कि जो कल HR राउंड था वो सब कैंपस वालों के लिए भी था कि ऐसे ओपन फॉर ऑल था. मैंने तो ज्वाइन कर लिया था कि ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है तो कर लेती हूँ, बट फिर वो उसे मेल आ गया तो उसके लिए प्रिपरेशन करूँ ना करूँ सेकंड राउंड के लिए वो क्लियर नहीं हो रहा है. और उसके लिए भी क्या पढ़ना है सेकंड राउंड के लिए, बिकॉज 3 वैकेंसी है वहाँ पे. एक रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर, एक वहाँ पे इसकी है R2R की, एक मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग की, और एक FNO की. 3 वैकेंसीज के लिए मेल आया था मेरे, मतलब शॉर्टलिस्टिंग हुआ था. शॉर्टलिस्टिंग है.
आपको कैलेंडर इनवाइट नहीं आया ना आपको अभी तक?
नो सर.
हाँ तो फॉर सेफर साइड अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है तो प्रिपेयर कर लो. व्हाट्स द डाउन साइड? Anyways, this will be helpful for you in other interviews.
Yes, sir, that only I'm asking. And what type of questions should prepare for management training and for that?
Stay tuned. Soumya, stay tuned. Stay tuned. That is what we are discussing right now.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It seems that you joined recently and you are shooting the question. No worries, but you need to stay tuned, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. And another expected question, or the discussion would be about your articleship experience. So please refrain from saying that you were from middle size firm or small size firm. The size doesn't matter of your articleship, and nobody is going to cross check that, right? So please say, and also don't say that you belong to small city or Hyderabad, and I mean any state of Rajasthan, or any you belong to a very small city, or don't say this. Yeah. And in during your articleship, you had learned only accounting and auditing things, right? You can avoid saying the other things, right? And how many of you have worked with a good client, I mean big clients who had a exposure in SAP also? No?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, you are working at which location for Genpact?
Jaipur location.
Okay, sir. Actually, I am also applying for Jaipur location. I am November 22 qualified, but after that, I have joined HDFC as RM. But now I have
Anjali, can we
decided.
please keep Shriram? Do we have some specific points to cover before this question? We can keep the specific questions towards the end. Otherwise, this will go sideways.
Yeah, sure,
So
sure.
first, we can cover all the points that we want to cover for the sake of a larger audience, and then we can take specific questions in the end.
Yeah,
Okay, Anjali. So please stay tuned. We'll take your questions, but towards the end.
yeah. So
Shriram,
Anjali,
you can first finish your delivery for
yeah,
what you want to cover, and then once you are done with the session, we'll take queries.
yeah, sure. So anybody who has wish to ask, we can have a I mean the more time in the closing of this session. Yeah, don't worry. We will take offline also, and we can stage our call also. Don't worry about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I am
fine.
open for any question, but हम थोड़ा भटक जाएंगे अगर हम बीच बीच में इस तरह के क्वेश्चन लेंगे जो जैसे अंजलि ने पूछा और इससे पहले किसी ने पूछा था, तो विल बी ऑफ ट्रैक, राइट? Okay, thank you guys. So apart from that, and we will be also asked the definition of R2R. I think all of we have covered this definition, or we know the basic understanding of R2R. You can also Google, and you can also make this short notes of this. And also, sometimes they ask about why Genpact. What do you know about Genpact? So you can also Google that what is the purpose of Genpact. Genpact is a KPO set up in which country, and how it is working, and how the basic functions, how the typical KPO functions, and in which vertical you will be deployed, and something like that. Apart from that, in which sector we have worked. So we can say that we only handled the manufacturing clients in our articleship period. Or we can also, if we had worked in service industry also, we can say that. And these are the questions. Apart from that, there are some, or there are many technical questions also will be over there about R2R. So let me ask you certain question, or let discuss the certain question of R2R. So before sitting in the interview, please thoroughly prepared for the IND-AS for a part, and wise IFRS wala part for certain IND-AS like lease, fixed assets, revenue from contract with customer, right? Apart from that, we should know the basic definitions of the prepaid expenses, accruals, and the MJ, I mean the journal entry for the depreciation, prepaid expenses, accruals. So these are the things they will mainly ask. And okay, and don't expect certain very hard question or tough question. They will ask you and judge you for the basic accounting concept also. Yeah, the basic understanding of audit would also require from us. I mean, how would we audit the fixed assets? It's not So auditing is not going to, help us. I mean, we are not going to audit anything, but the basic understanding of auditing, like fixed asset, how would you do? I mean, how the whole process of fixed asset things is goes on, like, how do we acquire a fixed asset, how we dispose it, how will we sell it in that manner, depreciation and all things. The basic difference between tangible and intangible asset also we will be, required to have. Goodwills, what do we know by goodwills? The accrual versus accruals versus outstanding expenses. These are the question we can expect. Yeah. Anything else? I mean, apart from that, any questions so far? No, yes, no. Okay. So these are the questions, or these are the possible questions we have discussed, and that's it. Umang, can we take
Guys,
the
if you have any
questions?
questions, yeah. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask, unmute and ask, or you can put it in the chat. We'll pick it up. If you do not have any questions, we'll move towards the conclusion.
Sir, can we change location after the interview, or now onwards?
Yeah,
as
we can.
HR?
We can.
So I need to ask them for change of location, and
They can change, but sometimes they don't agree, or some
okay.
I'm just suggesting you the usual process. After
Okay.
18 months, you can change your location and domain or role. But before that, if you have a very genuine problem, you can change the location.
No, I'm asking like now only, before joining.
Before the interview.
Before the
Yeah.
interview is not possible, no. They are hiring
Okay.
us, no. We can't put a condition that I will only join if you give me that. No,
Okay.
there are several other candidates also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have one more question. Do we need to prepare for auditing in detail also, like standard and auditing and all?
No.
Okay.
Only basic understanding of audits.
Okay.
No, that can help us during the our accounting also, like.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ribba, you had any doubt? You had raised your hand.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Rimpa.
Yes, you're audible.
We are meeting second time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shoot your question.
सर एक्चुअली व्हाट हैज हैपेंड कि मैं अभी जॉब कर रही हूँ इस एक केपीओ में और फ्राइडे को एचआर राउंड था. आई वाज नॉट अवेयर कि एचआर राउंड होगा. आई वाज लाइक कि कंपनी का जनरल इंट्रो देंगे, व्हाट इज अबाउट द कंपनी और समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो उसमें ब्रेकआउट रूम जो एलोकेट किया था ना, वो मैं मोबाइल से ओपन ही नहीं कर पाई. सो मैंने ज्वाइन किया था, जयपुर एज अ लोकेशन भी सिलेक्ट किया था, बट आई कांट एबल टू गो टू दैट रूम एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मैंने एचआर राउंड तो मेरा स्किप हो गया. मैंने मेल किया है उन्हें कि टेक्निकल इशू था, कि मैंने मोबाइल से ओपन किया था पूरा सेशन जूम का. अब कुछ होप है सर, आंसर मिले उनके पास से.
Yeah, I don't know. That's upon the discretion of HR only, no?
आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग टेलीफोनिक कॉल और समथिंग, और मुझे लगा कि एचआर राउंड जनरली ऐसा होगा कि वो इन्फॉर्म करेंगे अपने कंपनी के बारे में. आई वाज
No, it's not the case, no. Okay, but you can hope for the best if they allot you the second chance or something.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any question? Or we can
Any
also
other
discuss.
question, guys?
Okay.
There's one question on YouTube. What kind of behavioral questions do they ask in interview?
Behavioral questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from the I have I've discussed over here. I don't see, I mean, in my case, or how is your articleship experience going to help us? And another question would be, in your team, there would be some BCom graduates also, at your junior to you. So how would you take the work from them, and how would you manage the team? After all, we as a fresher chartered accountant would be a management trainee in a Genpact, right? So a management trainee who mainly, or mainly responsible and very responsible person in that team. So there would be several MECOM graduates also. So how would you take the work from them, and how will you handle them? So that would be the question. So you can tell them in your articleship also, you manage the team of 2 or 3 people, or you can take the liberty and saying the 5 to 7 people you handle. And how would you handle them, like in the initial days of their working, you trained them, and yes, that would be the case. That would be the suitable answer for that question. And behavioral question, बस मुझे लगता है कि इतना ही पूछेंगे, इससे ज्यादा भी कुछ
Actually, you can
क्वेश्चन.
ask your question.
यस सर, मुझे ये पूछना था कि आफ्टर नवंबर 22 मैंने HDFC एज RM ज्वाइन किया। उसके बाद अभी तो मैंने रिजाइन दे दिया है वहाँ। तो मैंने जनपैक्ट में रेफर भी करवाया और डायरेक्टली भी अप्लाई किया। तो मुझे वो लोग जूम का मीटिंग लिंक शेयर कर देते हैं, तो मेरे HR राउंड्स तो वहाँ पे 3-4 टाइम्स हो चुके, बट वो मुझे आगे का फर्दर राउंड के लिए कुछ अपडेट नहीं आता है। और मैं उनको कभी मेल वगैरह ऐसे पूछती हूँ तो दे से हायरिंग इज ऑन होल्ड। तो मुझे ये पूछना था कि दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द RM प्रोफाइल, they don't consider for the RMs through banking.
Might be, sometimes they don't find our CV suitable for them. The CV has a certain words like relationship manager, GST, tax, and these all things. So they don't think that this person is going to help us.
Getting mails for R2R and assessment test also. तो I'm not मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि what is the problem. वो मेल भी करते रहते हैं, फिर वो आगे अपडेट भी नहीं करते.
So Anjali, what location are you targeting?
So Jaipur.
Okay. Specifically Jaipur.
So मैं फिर या तो HDFC का वो हटा दूं, मतलब एक्सपीरियंस और अराउंड 4 to 5 months only, अगर वो प्रॉब्लम है.
Yeah, that would be the best scenario. And you can also share your CV, so I can suggest you certain keywords, or so it would be easy. I can't guarantee you, but you can proceed with your new and updated CV with Genpact.
Okay.
Yeah, with same document we can't apply for multiple companies. Every company has a different sort of things which they require, right? So banking wala experience, relationship manager wala experience, so these things they don't require. So that's what the case might be in your case, that they are not proceeding with you. Yeah. Anything else?
Okay, thank you sir.
Yeah, thank you.
सर आपको CV कहाँ शेयर करूँ मैं?
LinkedIn पे कर दीजिएगा.
Okay sir, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other question, guys? Great. So
yeah,
I hope.
If you sorry, Monk, if you have a time, I think. Sorry. If you have a time, we can also discuss certain things, before sitting an interview. We have time, if we have enough time.
Yes. So definitely we can.
Yeah, sure. So, I'm giving some suggestion, before sitting an interview. This applicable for any interview. I mean, not for Genpact, any interview whatsoever. Yeah. So, always get a stable internet connection during the interview, and very quiet and very silent. I mean, silent palace in your home. Wherever you are sitting, make sure that no family member is, disturbing you. And please, please hold a stable device also. I mean, please try to log in from the laptop only. If you have a mobile, make sure that it is stable, not shaking, right? And please test the mic also before joining the call. Apart from this, and you can also make the short notes of the possible questions if you can't remember, or it's sometimes it's very hard to keep remembering the multiple answers. So you can make the short notes around you. Yeah, you can keep the short notes around you, like suppose you can't remember the whole lines of any definitions, so you can make the sticky notes around you during the interview. So that would be really easy. I mean, if you fumble at any point of time, you can see it. You need not to read it aloud. I like you just like I'm doing now, that you don't need to read and say, right? So it's on a safer side. Sometimes we forget, and it human tendency also. Okay, and another would be always answer in a complete sentences. Like मैं अगर आपको पूछूंगा कि आपने खाना खाया, तो आप बोलोगे हाँ या नहीं, right? But when we sit in an interview, give them a perfect, I mean, complete answer that yes, I had a dinner, I had a lunch, or I didn't had, right? So always speak in a complete sentences. Apart from that, if you had worked in SAP, or got exposed in Tele also, so you can tell them, and specifically tell them you have a hands-on SAP also. So this is very required. I mean, and apart from this, if you are good at Excel also, please mention it. Wherever they ask you about VBA, macros, and the good command over the Excel, you need to mention this. And about the location, and let them know that you are okay with any location. At the first instance, don't get rejected on the basis of location, or on the basis of domain also. Always be okay with any location, any domain at the initial point of time. If you have an offer letter in your hand, or if you have a 2 or 3 offer letter in your hand, then you can decide that I don't wish to move to any awkward location, or any other location which I don't want. But at this point of time, please be okay. I mean, not for Genpact also, always say yes, I'm okay, and I really wish to get job. And it happens in Genpact also. Many candidates say that I don't want to go for night shift, so they summarily reject them. And if the at the closing remark, or closing of the interview, if they ask you about anything, that do you have a question for us, so you can, if you have a question, you can ask, or otherwise you can take a feedback from them, or any suggestion from them, that how did I perform in the interview, if any of suggestion for me. So that would be really great, and it will make impressive, right? Any questions about?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, are there any chances that we get work from home for initial 1-2 months, like for, as you said, in training period or something like that?
I don't think so, yeah. That would be hybrid working also, but please
No.
avoid asking these questions to HR also, that
Yeah.
you will get the work from home or not.
Okay.
It's better to have work from home initially. Everybody likes it, but this is not going to work in life long. So
Okay.
and that depends upon the client to client also. In my case, personally, we had a client that we are working from work from home only. It's since my first day of working. I changed the client. I mean, I changed the domain also, and I changed the client also. I mean, the project also. Still, I'm doing the work from home, but I can't guarantee you for if in my team we are working on a work from home environment, if you also enter in our team, that in that case also I can't guarantee you that there would be work from home. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other question, guys? You can ask. Shriram, are we done with the delivery?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great. Guys, any other? Yes, Akash, please, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, hi.
Yes, Akash.
Sir, just want to thank you, sir. Yesterday I messaged on Instagram. I have selected in Noida Artwork. And in fact, thank you so much for your guidance.
Yeah, I remember.
मिठाई भिजवा देना श्रीराम सर को.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, I remember him. He also told that, he names start from alphabetically, and in the interview, really
Yes,
took
sir.
very,
In both the round HR and technical, I was the first candidate for interview.
yeah, and he took the 40 minutes around.
नहीं 40 मिनट नहीं, मतलब थोड़े ज्यादा क्वेश्चन थे, बट
Okay.
बस हुआ तो 10-12 मिनट ही था.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. So we need to make note of this also, if our name start alphabetically.
How can I apply off campus in Genpact? Congratulations, Akash.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, find a good connections on LinkedIn, or any friend of you or any senior of you working in a Genpact. You can request them that please refer me. So that would be the case. Or you can go to the career portal of Genpact also and apply from over here. And before that, make sure that your CV is really good for for the Genpact. It's a basic hygiene check that in every company. I mean, we can't with one document we can apply. We can't apply in every company. एक दस्तावेज से सब जगह घूम नहीं सकते हम, है ना? तो सब कंपनी के लिए और सब डोमेन के लिए the customized CV should be over there. Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
Sure.
Otherwise, we'll move.
Sure, Aman. You can.
Yeah, you
ping me
can
on
send your
LinkedIn.
resume. Great. Great. I think we've covered most of the doubts that you had. Shriram, any final points of conclusion, if you can summarize in just 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then we'll end the session.
Yeah, sure. So, guys, please prepared well for basic questions only. I mean, the Indias I have suggested you the लीज वाला, फिक्स एसेट्स वाला और रेवेन्यू विद कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद कस्टमर. इसके अलावा कुछ जो प्रोविजंस, अक्रूवल्स और डेफिनेशंस इसके बारे में. और तीसरा चौथा ये रहेगा कि आपके जो बेसिक्स है ना अकाउंटिंग से रिलेटेड, उन्हीं पे आपको जोड़ देना है अभी तो, है ना? और बस यही है. और अगर आपको कुछ नहीं याद रह रहा है तो आप छोटे नोट्स बना के अपने पास रख लीजिए. और बस मतलब फंबल नहीं होना है, फ्रीक नहीं होना है. दे विल ऑलवेज आस्क यू द बेसिक क्वेश्चंस. बस यही. और थोड़ी सी स्माइल रखना अपने इंटरव्यू पे, बस सब कुछ हो जाएगा.
Great.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. Thanks for joining. It was a wonderful session, Sriram. Thanks a lot for your time, for guiding these students. It's a pleasure to host you and everybody else. All the best, yaar. आप जो भी interview दे रहे हो Genpact में, we wish you all the best and hope to hear the good news very soon. All the best. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing.
Sure.
And yeah. Okay.
Yes.
No, she's saying goodbye, I think. Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Bye. See you soon in the company.